Tiles Ltd.
प्रात समय मुखरे मंजन करके प्रेम सहित प्रभु कौन हुआ हूँ। प्रात समय मुखे मंजन करके प्रेम सहित प्रभु कौन हुआ हूँ। रूप दीप तुलसी का माला बरन बरन का पूर्ण चढ़ाओ तेरिया हो वरदान दया कर जो यहाँ जो यहाँ मिले प्रभु हमको भोगल का कर भोजन पाओ। एक नून चन अमृत लेकर कुटुंब सहित वैकुंठ पठाओ तेरिया हो वरदान दया कर अरे सुन विनती मोरे सालग्राम। अरे सुन विनती मोरे यहो वरदान दया कर पाऊं यहो वरदान। जो काया से जो काया से पाप कर पै कर्मा कर पाप महा। माधो दास कर कर जोड़े अरे संगन के प्रभु दान दाओ यह वरदान दया कर पाऊं। साले ग्राम अरे सुन विनती मोरे साले ग्राम। अरे सुन विनती मुझे यह वरदान दया कर पाऊं। अरे यह वरदान दया कर पाऊं। अरे यह वरदान सालग्राम। अरे सुनो विनती मुझे यह वरदान दया कर पाऊं। जाओ 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 रामा जाओ जाओ रे अयोध्या राम छवि पार नाम रे राम छवि पार नाम रे राम। जाओ जाओ जब से जन्म अवज पुरणी हो कोड कदीमो जब से जन्म अवधपुर लीनो सुन नर मुनि सब कोड कदीमो माता तुलसिया गोनी खिलावत पार नाम रे राम सभी पार नाम रे जाओ 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 रामा जाओ जाओ रे अयोध्या राम रावण ने मुंडार मुठारो अंग तात बाई सनहारो रावण ने मुंडार मुठारो अंग तात बाई सनहारो गौतम ऋषि के नारी अहिल्या पार नाम रे रामेश्वरी पार नाम रे जाओ जाओ राव रामा जाओ जाओ रे अयोध्या राम परशुराम मुनि बन से जाए जनक राय से बहु चिरिसाए परशुराम मुनि बन से जाए परशुराम मुनि बन से जाए जनक राय से बहु चिरिसाए प्रभु अपने को जान तुरत बन पार नाम रे राम सभी जाओ 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 रामा जाओ जाओ रे अयोध्या पार नाम रे राम सभी पार नाम रे राम सभी पार नाम रे
गजानन स्वामी की जय. We proficiently worship the Lord Ganesh. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Sri Ganesha Namah, Sri Saraswate Namah, Sri Guru Charana Kamalibhyo गोविंदा नमो नमः. वक्रतुंडा महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देवा सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा. ओम गं गणपतये नमः. गणेश भगवान की जय. मंगलम भगवान विष्णु मंगलम गरुड़ध्वज Mangalam Pundarikaksha Mangalaya Tanuhari Sakshi Deepam Shubham Karotu Kalyanam Arogyam Sukhasam Param Mama Shatru Vinashaya Deepa Jyotir Namostute Siddhi Buddhi Prane Devi Bhukti Mukti Pranayani Mantra Murti Sada Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute. Purification. Apavitra Pavitravang Sarvavastam Gatopiva Yasmarita Pundarikaksha Sabahayam Tarasute. Om Gam Ganapatai Namah. Snanam. We wash the feet of Lord Ganesh. Om Gam Ganapatai Namah. 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 Gajanan Swami ki Jai. Vasranam. We offer clothing to you who have blessed us with the gift of clothing. O Lord Ganesh, we offer clothing to you. Be pleased with us. Veda Suktam Samayuktam Yagya Shama Samanvite Sarve Prade Deva Vasasi Prati Grahitam Yagyopavit. As we offer this Janeyu to you, we pray may you wrap your protective shield around us. We your children. Yagyopavitam Paramam Pavitram Stapitam Purusham Tatanye Ayushamugram Pratimunsha Shubram Yagyopavitam Malamastu Teja Trayambakam Yajamai Sugandim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandana Prityor Mukshamamridan Yagyopavitanam Samarpayami Chandanam. As we offer chandanam perfume, may you illumine the path of our lives. May you rid us of lust and anger and hatred and jealousy and ego and pride. May you guide us onto the pathway of mukti, salvation. We beg of you. Om Sri Kanda Chandanam Dipya Gandharyo Sumanohara Vilepanam Sura Srishtam Chandanam Prati Gretam Chandanam Samarapayami. Om Gam Ganapataye Namo Namah Sri Siddhi Vinayaka Namo Namah Ashtavinayaka Namo Namah Ganapati Bappa Moria.
Gam Ganapati Namo Namah Shri Siddhi Vinayaka Namo Namah Ashtavinayaka Namo Namah Ganapati Bappa Moria.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namo Namah Shri Siddhi Vinayaka Namo Namah Ashtavinayaka Namo Namah Ganapati Bappa Moria.
Gam Ganapataye Namo Namah Shri Siddhi Vinayaka Namo Namah Ashtavinayaka Namo Namah Ganapati Bappa Moria.
Om Gandadwara Tura Darsham Nitya Pushpa Karishinim Ishwaram Tamoho Sri Gandadanam Samarpayami Gandadanam Prati Grahitam. We offer Hardi as an act of purification. Om Kumkumam Kantim Dipya Kamini Kamarta Sambhava Kumkumam Alchitam Deva Prasiddha Purushottama Haridraya Sarvaso Bhaginani Sarvanankara Muktami Devi Tvam Prati Gretam Devi Tvam Prati Gretam Sinduram. May you afford unto our souls mukti, salvation, at that time when that may come. सिन्धूरं शोभनं रक्ता सौभागे प्रवर्धनं कामरं मोक्षदं जैवा सिन्धूरं प्रति गृहीताम् ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः श्रीसिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाप्पा मोरया
गं गणपते नमो नमः सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाप्पा मोरया
Durbadan. We've rooted this grass to pray to you, and so we beg and we ask, mute away all our troubles, all our problems, all distresses, all negative energies from within us and around us. O Lord Ganesh, be pleased with us. Om Kandat Kandat Purohante Puruka Purushasvari Evano Durave Pradanu Nashate न चाहते कोमलदानं कोमलदानं समर्पयामि ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः श्रीसिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाप्पा मोरया
गं गणपते नमो नमः सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाप्पा मोरया
We offer the Belwalis. Through these leaves, we pour lives at your feet. We are your children. Please have compassion on us. Or remove our obstacles. We bow to you again and again. Be gracious unto us. Be gracious unto us. Om Namah Shivaya.
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 We offer the name leaves. Through these leaves, we follow sickness, all distresses to you. Who else can we turn to? With conviction, we bow to you. Be pleased with us. Durege, 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 Jai Jai Ma.
Durge, 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 Jai Jai Ma.
Durege, 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 Jai Jai Ma.
Durge, 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 Jai Jai Ma.
Durege, 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 Jai Jai Ma.
Durge, 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 Jai Jai Ma.
Durege, 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 Jai Jai Ma.
Durge, 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 Jai Jai Ma.
Durege, 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 Jai Jai Ma.
Durge, 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 Jai Jai Ma.
Aarti. Ganapati Baba, Ganapati Baba, Jai 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 Ganapati Baba.
Ganapati Baba, Ganapati Baba, Jai 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 Ganapati Baba.
Ganapati Baba, Ganapati Baba, Jai 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 Ganapati Baba.
Ganapati Baba, Ganapati Baba, Jai 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 Ganapati Baba.
Ganapati Baba, Ganapati Baba, Jai 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 Ganapati Baba. Ganapati Baba, Ganapati Baba, Jai 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 Ganapati Baba.
Ganapati Baba, Ganapati Baba, Jai 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 गणपति बाबा
गणपति बाबा गणपति बाबा जय 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 गणपति बाबा
गणपति बाबा गणपति बाबा जय 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 गणपति बाबा
गणपति बाबा गणपति बाबा जय 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 गणपति बाबा गणपति बाबा गणपति बाबा जय 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 गणपति बाबा
गणपति बाबा गणपति बाबा जय 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 गणपति बाबा
गणपति बाबा गणपति बाबा जय 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 गणपति बाबा गणपति बाबा गणपति बाबा जय 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 गणपति बाबा
गणपति बाबा गणपति बाबा जय 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 गणपति बाबा
गणपति बाबा गणपति बाबा जय 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 गणपति बाबा गणपति बाबा गणपति बाबा जय 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 गणपति बाबा
गणपति बाबा गणपति बाबा जय 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 गणपति बाबा
गणपति बाबा गणपति बाबा जय 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 गणपति बाबा गणपति बाबा गणपति बाबा जय 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 गणपति बाबा
गणपति बाबा गणपति बाबा जय 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 गणपति बाबा
गणपति बाबा गणपति बाबा जय 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 गणपति बाबा
गणपति बाबा गणपति बाबा जय 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 गणपति बाबा
Nevedam. Let us offer Persad to Lord Ganesh. Tonight we pray to Lord Ganesh. We prepare this Persad with faith and with love and with conviction. You're the God of energy. You're the God of growth. You're the God of fulfillment. And so we prepare this Persad with conviction. Oh Lord Ganesh, we offer Persad not because you're hungry, but as an act of gratitude. With gratitude from the depths of our hearts, we hold our Persad. And so with full conviction, with faith, and with devotion, we bow to you. Be gracious unto us. Hari Om. Gam Ganapatay Namah. Hari Om. Gam Ganapatay Namah. Hari Om. Gam Ganapatay Namah. Brahmarpanam Brahmaved Brahmagano Brahmanahutam Brahmagatina Gantavyam Brahmakarva Samarinam. Chant with me. Ekadantaya Vitmai Vakratundaya Dhimai Tanno Dante Prachodayat. Say with me. Om Brahma Astu Sri Krishna Arpanam. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Gajanan Swami ki Jai. Achvanam maya datta grihana purushottamam. Achvanam maya datta grihana parameshwara. Ekadantaya Vitmai Vakratundaya Dhimai Tanno Dante Prachodayat. Om Gam Ganapataye Namah. Tambulam. We offer clove, we offer supari. Praying that may you water away our sickness or distresses, we beg of you. Om Pungi Palamya Deva Nagabani Dalayukta Elar Chunatam Tambulam Prati Grehitam Tambulam Samarpayami Dakshina Hiranya Gharva Samavartatagre Bhutasya Jata Patirekayasi Sadadharam Bridavim Namaha Dakshina Danam Maham Karikshe Mala Mallityarini Sugandhini Mallityarini Ve Prabhu मायाटानि पूजाटं पुष्पाणि प्रतिगृहीताम् ॐ गं गणपतये नमः 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 ॐ गं गणपतये नमः. We decorate around our murti as beautiful as we can using the beautiful flowers. Each flower we offer, we touched our heart. From the depths of our heart, we offer these beautiful flowers to you. Be pleased with us. Om Karpure Gauram Karunavataram Sansare Saram Bhujagendraharam Sada Vasantam Hiryaravinda Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namami Om Namah Shivaya 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 Karavinde Naparavindam Karavinde Vinaveshayantam Patrasya Patrasya Puteshayanam Balam Mukundam Manasasmarami Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Gajananam Bhuta Ganadi Sevidam Kapisadambu Palasar Bhachutam Umasutam Shoka Vinashikarikam Namami Viganesh Par Pankajam Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya नासे रोग हरे सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावे मन कर्म वचन ध्यान जो लावे ओम नमः शिवाय 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 Om Namah Shivaya 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 गजानन स्वामी की जय एकदंताय विद्महे वक्रतुंडाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ते प्रचोदयात् ॐ गं गणपतये नमः ॐ गं गणपतये नमः. We join in expressions of welcome by Tara Maharaj this evening. Om Namah Shivaya.
You're viewing a live broadcast of Ganesh Utsav celebrations led by Pundit Sunil Seetahal Maharaj. We are 103.1 FM, pleased to bring to you this broadcast in collaboration with Persad, the Food King and Bright Idea stores nationwide, The Little Store Limited, Chatak Foods Limited and Classic Tiles Ltd.
I touch the lotus-like feet of all our Brahman Devatas. To all of you who came from far and near, I touch your lotus-like feet. To all of those who are listening to us and to all of those who are viewing us via our various frequencies, we express sentiments of gratitude and expressions of thanks not only to our sponsors but to you for allowing us to keep your company over the past many evenings. I had the privilege of listening to the introduction on 106.1 as I drove in. And our presenter, DJ Nav, he said that the ladies are beautifully bedecked and well dressed. And it seems as though they're going to a wedding with their beautiful saris. And he said the color of the day is gray. I want you to give yourselves a round of applause. He gave an elaborate explanation as to what was happening and how you were looking and the atmosphere. This evening I must make mention as the thali of laddu sits in front of me. Rashmi, tonight I'm going to have a laddu for you. Every night she takes a picture, especially when the Persad is here, and she posts on Facebook. It is difficult to concentrate on the Pundit when the laddu is right in front of him. This evening, as we prepare for Katha, it is not a bittersweet night. It is a beautiful night. And Bhagwan has given us an opportunity, as he has continued to do in the past, and we will hope that he will continue to do as time evolves. The yajna does not come to an end tonight. Tomorrow morning the murtis will be submerged. But the yajna continues tomorrow night as we begin the first of nights of Garud Pran Yajna. We are invited to come and join with us and be a part of yajna. It does not come to an end tonight. Let us all bow our heads in prayer. Hari Om Gam Ganapataye Namah Saraswati Namo Nityam Bhadrakale Namo Namam Veera Viranta Vidyate Snanam Evam Mevacha Saraswati Mahabhagi Vidya Kamalalochini Vidya Rupi Vishalakshi Vidya Dahini Namostute Shankaram Trayambakam Devam Mundamalam Shiva Shivam Ashatosham Bhajami Neelakantam Bhaje Namah Shashidharanam Shulamidam Parvati Nainam Kamabhalam Chandram Bhujai Shankaraya Shivaya Namo Namah Ajnanam Timirandasya Jnananjang Shalagaya Chakshuram Militam Mena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah Sri Guru Charana Saroji Raja Barno रघुवर विमल यश
नायक
बोधहीन तनु जानिके बल बुध विद्या देहु मोहि नासे रोग हरे सब पीरा संकट से हनुमानी चुरावे जय 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 हनुमानी गोसाई जो शतवारी पाते कर होए सिया पति रामचंद्र जी की जय शरणम दर्शन हो माँ तेरे सबकी अभिलाषा है मन में रहो तुम सबके तुमसे आशा है क्या मेरा क्या उसका ये अपना पराया क्या सब ज्योति जला करके रोशन करो जग सारा रोशन करो जग सारा तुम विनती सुनो सबकी कल्याण करो जग का सदराहदिका करके उदारी करो दुर्गा उदारी करो दुर्गा तुम विनती सुनो सबकी दर्शन हो माँ तेरे सबकी अभिलाषा है मन मेरा हो तुम सबके तुमसे यही आशा है ओ माँ ओ माँ ओ माँ दर्शन हो माँ तेरे सबकी अभिलाषा है मन मेरा हो तुम सबके तुमसे यही आशा है क्या मेरा क्या उसका ये अपना पराया क्या सब ज्योति जला करके रोशन करो जग सारा रोशन करो जग सारा Sing with me, everybody. तुम विनती सुनो सबकी संसार तो माया है, कभी डूब कभी छाया है, एक दिन ने उसे जाना है, जो भी यहाँ आया है। ओ माँ, 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 ओ माँ। संसार तो माया है, कभी डूब कभी छाया है, एक दिन ने उसे जाना है, जो भी यहाँ आया है। क्या रंग है जीवन का, क्या रूप है मानव का, तुम ज्ञान बरा करके उपकार करो दुर्गा, उपकार करो दुर्गा। Sing with me. तुम विनती सुनो सबकी, Jagadamba Devi Mata ki jai. Turn to the person next to you. Ask them, how are you? Turn to the person next to you. Tell them, you're looking nice. Tell them. Turn to the person next to you. Ask them, you know what time it is? Ask them. Tell them it's Katha time. Tell them it's time for Katha. Tonight, let's join in Kirtan. Let's clap our hands. Let's make a joyful noise unto Bhagwan. Everybody together. Gauri Ganesh Uma Mahesh Parvati Nandan Jai Shri Ganesh.
Gauri Ganesh Uma Mahesh Parvati Nandan Jai Shri Ganesh.
Gauri Ganesh Uma Mahesh Parvati Nandan Jai Shri Ganesh.
Gauri Ganesh Uma Mahesh Parvati Nandan Jai Shri Ganesh.
Sharanam Ganesh, Sharanam Ganesh,
Sharanam Ganesh, Sharanam Ganesh,
Sharanam Ganesh, Sharanam Ganesh,
Sharanam Ganesh, Sharanam Ganesh.
Shivanandan Ganapati Ganesh,
Shivanandan Ganapati Ganesh,
Shivanandan Ganapati Ganesh,
Shivanandan Ganapati Ganesh.
Gauri Ganesh Uma Mahesh Parvati Nandan Jai Shri Ganesh.
Gauri Ganesh Uma Mahesh Parvati Nandan Jai Shri Ganesh.
Lakshmi Ganesh, Lakshmi Ganesh,
Lakshmi Ganesh, Lakshmi Ganesh,
Lakshmi Ganesh, Lakshmi Ganesh,
Lakshmi Ganesh, Lakshmi Ganesh.
Shivanandan Ganapati Ganesh,
Shivanandan Ganapati Ganesh,
Shivanandan Ganapati Ganesh,
Shivanandan Ganapati Ganesh.
Gauri Ganesh Uma Mahesh Parvati Nandan Jai Shri Ganesh.
Gauri Ganesh Uma Mahesh Parvati Nandan Jai Shri Ganesh.
दुर्गा गणेश दुर्गा गणेश
दुर्गा गणेश दुर्गा गणेश
दुर्गा गणेश दुर्गा गणेश
दुर्गा गणेश दुर्गा गणेश
शिवनंदन गणपति गणेश
शिवनंदन गणपति गणेश
शिवनंदन गणपति गणेश
शिवनंदन गणपति गणेश
गौरी गणेश उमा महेश पार्वती नंदन जय श्री गणेश
गौरी गणेश उमा महेश पार्वती नंदन जय श्री गणेश
गणनाथा गजवरना गणनाथा दीनबंधु
गणनाथा गजवरना गणनाथा दीनबंधु
गणनाथा गजवरना गणनाथा दीनबंधु
गणनाथा गजवरना गणनाथा दीनबंधु
सिद्धिदाता गजानना
सिद्धिदाता गजानना
सिद्धिदाता गजानना
सिद्धिदाता गजानना
बुद्धिप्रदायक विनायका
बुद्धिप्रदायक विनायका
ओ बुद्धिप्रदायक विनायका
बुद्धिप्रदायक विनायका
पार्वती नंदन भव वैवंजन
पार्वती नंदन भव वैवंजन
पार्वती नंदन भव वैवंजन
पार्वती नंदन भव वैवंजन
युग युग वंजन जय श्री गणेशा
युग युग वंदन जय श्री गणेशा
युग युग वंजन जय श्री गणेशा
युग युग वंदन जय श्री गणेशा
गणनाथा गजवरना गणनाथा दीनबंधु
गणनाथा गजवरना गणनाथा दीनबंधु
गणनाथा गजवरना गणनाथा दीनबंधु
गणनाथा गजवरना गणनाथा दीनबंधु
when you want to win the heart or the grace of Bhagwan or maybe somebody around, you use a dular name, isn't it? Dular. The husband, you know, Mohani and Papa, they come to help with the Persad. And when Mohani wants help to do anything, she says, hey, come. But if it is something strenuous, Mohani say, babes, come. Huh? And he begins to smile from ear to ear. At that time, she calls him babes. But other than that is A and Oi and Komna and where are you? But when she wants the favor done, she says babes. So too one of the dular name of Lord Hanuman is Bajrangavali. Dular name, Bajrangavali. One of the dular names of Ganesha is Moria. That's why we sing Moria Re, Moria Re. We want your grace. We want your blessing. We seek your compassion. Oh, remove our obstacles. Listen to our prayer. Salutations on today. Let's win the grace of Lord Ganesh. Sing with me, everybody. Moria Re, Bappa Moria Re.
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 Moria, Moria, Moria Re.
Moria, Moria, Moria Re.
Moria, Moria, Moria Re.
Moria, Moria, Moria Re.
Moria Re, Bappa Moria Re.
Moria Re, Bappa Moria Re.
Oh, Moria Re, Bappa Moria Re.
Moria Re, Bappa Moria Re.
Moria, Moria, Moria Re.
Moria, Moria, Moria Re.
Moria, Moria, Moria Re.
Moria, Moria, Moria Re.
Moria Re, बापा मोरिया रे,
मोरिया रे बाबा मोरिया रे,
ओ मोरिया रे बापा मोरिया रे,
मोरिया रे बाबा मोरिया रे,
गणपति बाबा जय 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 गणपति बाबा,
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 गणपति बाबा जय 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 गणपति बाबा, गणपति बाबा जय 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 गणपति बाबा,
गणपति बाबा जय 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 गणपति बाबा,
गणपति बाबा जय 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 गणपति बाबा,
गणपति
बाप्पा मंगलमूर्ति मंगलमूर्ति, सत्य सनातन धर्म की, सत्य सनातन धर्म की, गणपति बाबा जय 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 गणपति बाबा, गणपति बाबा जय 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 गणपति बाबा, गणपति बाबा
गणपति बाबा जय 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 गणपति बाबा, गणपति बाबा जय 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 गणपति बाबा, गणपति बाबा जय 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 गणपति बाबा, गणपति बाबा जय 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 गणपति बाबा,
गणपति बाबा जय 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 गणपति बाबा,
गणपति बाबा जय 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 गणपति बाबा,
ओ 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 जय 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 गणपति बाबा, गणेश शरणं शरणं गणेशा,
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 ॐ शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णु शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुज प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये, ॐ गं गणपतये नमः। एक समय में अंतिकार करने पवित्र कारहिते तथा करने डेकोरवी गयो का प्रकार का ध्यान करने, एक दिन भूरी का ब्राह्मण उसने कागे कुछ का दूर करने वाले अंधकार का देने वाले हैं। गणेश शरणं शरणं गणेशा,
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 गणेश शरणं शरणं गणेशा।
गणेश शरणं शरणं गणेशा.
The Katha begins by saying, at one time there lived a very wealthy parivar. What is parivar? Have you ever heard that word before? Parivar. Parivar means family. Parivar. Say that word with me. Parivar. Parivar means family. There lived this very wealthy family. And so, they were very blessed. They had many cows. And so they were very wealthy, they were blessed, and they had many cows. एक समय, एक दिन, एक means one, din means day. One day, ek din, bhore ka Brahman, an old Brahmana, stood at their dwar. Dwar means their door. And as the old Brahman stood at their door, he was requesting dur. What is dur? Dur. Dur means milk. Dur means milk. And so he was requesting milk from them. And so making this request, what will happen? Something happens. Brahman sumiro dehi na pai, antikarah kah dehi sunai. Brahman prishna hai dehi na para, श्राप लगट कह दे अपनाया. जय गणपति जय जय श्री गणेशा, जय गणपति जय जय श्री गणेशा.
जय गणपति जय जय श्री गणेशा, जय गणपति जय जय श्री गणेशा.
जय गणपति जय जय श्री गणेशा, जय गणपति जय जय श्री गणेशा.
जय गणपति जय जय श्री गणेशा, जय गणपति जय जय श्री गणेशा.
Making the request for the dur, the milk, he was refused. And so he was refused. And so they stated that the reason why they were not giving is because they did not have. Do we have? Do we have? If I were to ask you, do you have? What would you say? What would you say? There are a million things for us to be grateful for. Do you know? You have eyes that you could see. I want you to do me a favor. Tell Lord Ganesh, thank you. Tell him. Don't be ashamed that the person next to you will hear you. Say thank you. You have ears that you could hear. Tell Lord Ganesh, thank you. You have nostrils you could breathe. And you could smell. Tell Lord Ganesh, thank you. You have lips and a mouth that you could taste and you could speak. Tell Lord Ganesh, thank you. You have hands that you can use. And you can move to help yourself and to help those around you. Tell Lord Ganesh, thank you. You have legs that you could come to the yajna and go to the holy places. Tell Lord Ganesh, thank you. You have existence. Tell Lord Ganesh, thank you. Thank you, Lord Ganesh, for existence. Once you have existence, you can acquire anything and everything. We listen to the Katha, where everything is in the palm of your, everything is right here in the palm of your hands. Good, bad, and indifferent. It is all right here in the palm of your hands. And so being refused, what will happen? The Brahmana became upset. And out of his anger, he placed a shrap. Now, listen to how all the kathas are talking about shrap and curse. And would you consider a shrap to be a good thing or a bad thing? If you have to consider a shrap, would you consider a shrap to be bad or good, Prabhu? Dave, a shrap is a good thing or a bad thing? A bad thing. But you see, in order for good things to happen, bad things have to happen. And if bad things don't happen, then we never appreciate the good things that happen. And it is important for bad things to happen so that we will appreciate the good things around. It is important for us to recognize the bad qualities in ourselves and those around us so we can appreciate the good people around, isn't it? And so he places a shrap, he places a curse. And what does he say? Out of anger he is speaking. ब्राह्मण प्रश्न हरि न पाई, श्राप लगत कहरे अपनाई। इनका देहि सब देहि न पाया, दूर हरे कह जानते न भाया। जय गणपति जय जय श्री गणेशा, जय गणपति जय जय श्री गणेशा।
जय गणपति जय जय श्री गणेशा, जय गणपति जय जय श्री गणेशा।
Sing with me. जय गणपति जय जय श्री गणेशा, जय गणपति जय जय श्री गणेशा।
जय गणपति जय जय श्री गणेशा, जय गणपति जय जय श्री गणेशा।
The Brahmana placed a shrub, but he placed it secretly. Have you ever liked something or somebody secretly in your mind? Let me ask an easier, more relatable question. Have you ever disliked somebody or something secretly? You're in yajna, in front of Lord Ganesh, don't lie, shake your head. Everybody, like this. It says, secretly he placed his shrub. And so the shrub was, you pretend as though you don't have. So whatever little you have may be taken away from you. And as a Brahmana placed this shrub, what will happen? It says something happened. लगे का सब ते दे अंधिकारा, उनका सभी कहा गए ही न पारा। उन होरी कहा दे ही न देखा, लेकिन कुछ कहा मिले न हरी। Sing with me. जय गणपति जय जय श्री गणेशा, जय गणपति जय जय श्री गणेशा।
जय गणपति जय जय श्री गणेशा, जय गणपति जय जय श्री गणेशा।
The next morning, when they got up, all their cows had disappeared. And they had no cows. And looking everywhere for their cows, they could not find them anywhere. Have you ever lost the pet, the animal? And you're looking everywhere. After the fireworks, the dogs, they disappear. They hide. You know, I never, ever, will never forget. We had the little dog, and we still have that dog, Bongo. Have you ever heard about Bongo? It was that day when they have all these fireworks on the hill. What day is it? Independence. And on that evening, I have a cremation at the crematorium in Belgroves, and the cremation is 8 p.m. I'm home alone. Everybody else went abroad. I'm home alone. While in the crematorium, during the ceremony, the fireworks begins to go off. I do the cremation. The lady that I cremated was 101 years old. I never forget. She did not just look scary. She looked very scary. I was much younger and very frightened. And so after I left the crematorium and I went home, I'm looking for Bongo everywhere and I can't find him. And I'm calling him and he will not come, and that's not like him, but the fireworks got him frightened. I showered quickly and I went into the bedroom and I locked the door because all I could see is this lady. Scary mama. I pull the sheet over my head and I say, sleep away quick. Nothing will happen in your dreams. Sleep. And as I am on the bed, frightened and covered up, I begin to hear. I started to tremble, and in my mind I'm saying, Bhuta Preta Pisasha Nikat Nahi Aawe, Mahabir Jab Naam Sunawe. And then I begin to hear again. Mama, did you follow me? Please go back. Wrong house. I sum up my courage, and as I get up from my bed, I hear a loud sound in the bathroom. The toilet seat fell, bradang. I went back under the sheet and I covered up my head. And then I begin to scream. I open the window and I'm calling the neighbor. Somebody in the house, somebody in the house. And he's saying, well, open the door, open the door. I said, I'm frightened. He said, where are they? Right here in the room with me, I think. He said, well, use a good one. The light on? I said, yes. He said, you seen anybody? I said, no. He said, well, then there is nobody. I said, boy, there is somebody. He's saying to me from downstairs, I walk in with you, open the door and walk out. He's far downstairs, huh? I'm upstairs. And he's saying, I walk in with you, open the door. And those words gave me some courage, some strength, and I walked. I opened the door and I fly outside and I left him. And then he came outside with a dog in his hand. He said, bongo under the bed, boy. Big coward. But that was the last day Bongo ever went inside the house. Tonight, the animals have gone missing. And as the animals have gone missing, they're looking everywhere for the animals. But they can't find them anywhere. And unable to find them, this made them unhappy. We never want to lose anything or in anything. We always want to win. We always want to add to what we already have. We do not want to lose, isn't it? But sometimes loss is important. Loss is a part of your growth as well. Losing isn't always a bad thing. Not being in the competition is not always a bad thing. Sometimes it's the best thing. And so, looking everywhere, unable to find the cows, what will happen? Listen, the Gatha tells us. Vigneshware Jai 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 Lambodare Jai 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 Ganenayak Jai Sukadayak Jai Jai Ganesh Jai Jai
Vigneshware Jai 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 Lambodare Jai 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 Ganenayak Jai Sukadayak Jai Jai Ganesh Jai Jai
Vigneshware Jai 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 Lambodare Jai 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 Ganenayak Jai Sukadayak Jai Jai Ganesh Jai Jai. Sing with me, everybody.
Vigneshware Jai 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 Lambodare Jai 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 Ganenayak Jai Sukadayak Jai Jai Ganesh Jai Jai.
श्री परमात्मने नमः. वे ब्राह्मण का तलाश का गया, उन्होंने का भी नहीं मिलन करने. भास का पीर का भाट भगवान गणपति की मूरत के साथ गो रहते तीर करने. विघ्नेश्वर जय 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 लंबोदर जय 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 गणनायक जय सुखदायक जय जय गणेश जय जय. Sing with me, everybody.
विघ्नेश्वर जय 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 लंबोदर जय 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 गणनायक जय सुखदायक जय जय गणेश Jai Jai.
Unable to find their cows, in their mind they have formulated that the Brahmana had something to do with this. They stopped searching for the cows and they started to search for the Brahmana. But they were now blaming him for the disappearance of the cows. It is so easy for us to put blame on the wrong people or the wrong thing. Is that true? When bad things happen to you, it is because God likes you or doesn't like you. Talk the truth, huh? BJ, when bad things happen, is God liking you or not liking you? Talk the truth. God doesn't like you. See? But when the good things happen, is God like you or God doesn't like you? God love you. Huh? You see, God loved you at that time. But though God loves you in that time and He has added value and something that you ought to be proud and happy about, you never remember to say thank you. And because you didn't remember to say thank you, it was important for Him to put a problem in your pathway. It was important for Him to take away or to add stress or distress so that you'll remember to say thank you. And thank you is not putting a date one day for the year and putting up 10 Jandi. That is not thank you. That could never be thank you. Thank you is not getting dressed and going to the temple and sitting down in the front row. That is not thank you either. Today we were in the middle of making the Persad and I had a visitor walking around with the umbrella. And she said to me, "Can I talk to you?" And I said, "Yes, talk to me." Mohani is looking on at the show. And she said, "Why don't we pray together?" But I want to tell you what we're praying for. We're praying for God's kingdom to come on the earth. And I listened to her. I said, I want to just interject for a minute. And don't get upset. But isn't the earth a part of God's kingdom? Didn't God create the earth? She said, no. When God kicked the devil out from the heaven, he fell on the earth. I said, so you saying you is a devil and I am a devil? That's what she said. No, you're misinterpreting what I'm saying. I say, I'm just listening. And she's saying, you pray wrong. And then she asked a question that touched my nerve. She said, what religion are you? And which God do you pray to? And I looked at her and I said, well, I am limited in my understanding of religion. But I know there is only one God. I know that. And if you tell me what religion God is, I will tell you what religion I am. She looked at me and smiled from ear to ear. She had no reply. She said, what are you all doing? I said, we're cooking, making food that will be distributed and will be taken to many homes. She said, oh, that's a good thing. I said, so while you're walking and talking, you must remember the hands that serve are greater than the lips that talk and pray. Have a good day, she said. And I said, bye, love you. We ought to be able to stand up for ourselves. We ought to be intelligent enough to know truth from untruth. You have to be grounded. You have to have the ability to know that in your weakest moments, it is not God not liking you, but it is God teaching you to become closer to Him. It is God trying to draw you closer to Him. I looked at her and I said, would you like some water before you leave? And she said, no, I brought my own water. And I said, okay, God bless you. She said, you too, eh? I said, okay, bye. Be good anyway. Do good anyway. Be humble anyway. But never allow anybody to take advantage of your vulnerability. Stand up for yourself. They now started to blame the Brahmana. Who can we blame for our troubles? Who do we blame for our success and our growth? It is not God not liking you and that's why He put trouble in your pathway. It is God trying to bring you down to the level of humility. To tell you that you're up on some cloud and if you fall from there, you're going to fall really, really hard. So wake up. It says, they now started to search for the Brahmana and they were not able to find the Brahmana. But just then, something happened. What will happen? Just then, in a distance, they begin to hear, Moriya re, Bappa Moriya re, oh Moriya re, Bappa Moriya re. Sing with me, everybody.
Moriya re, Bappa Moriya re.
Oh Moriya re, Bappa Moriya re.
Moriya re, Bappa Moriya re.
Moriya, Moriya, Moriya re.
Moriya, Moriya, Moriya re.
Moriya, Moriya, Moriya re.
Moriya, Moriya, Moriya re.
Moriya re, Bappa Moriya re.
Moriya re, Bappa Moriya re.
Oh Moriya re, Bappa Moriya re.
Moriya re, Bappa Moriya re.
Brahman ka talash. Talash means that the Brahmana was nowhere to be seen. They searched everywhere and he was nowhere to be found. And just then in a distance, फिर भी भारत का भगवान गणपति के मूरत की साथ साथ का करने रहते तीर करने वा जिसमें का दूर रहते करने. Just then they saw, when the wedding procession has to come and the groom is coming to the bride's home, what do they call the procession? Bharat. The meeting is Agwani, but what do they call the procession that is coming? Bharat, isn't it? The Bharat. We say the Bharat comes at 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock, meaning the procession. There was a Bharat. Bharat means a procession. There was a Bharat, and in this Bharat, they were carrying the Murat of Lord Ganesh. They were carrying Lord Ganesh in the Bharat. And so taking Lord Ganesh, they were about to take him to the Nadi to perform the Visarjan. But there, sitting on the chariot, they saw the old Brahmana. And the old Brahmana was not just sitting there. The old Brahmana was distributing dur. He was giving. The man who was begging yesterday is now in the position to give. Because not every day is going to be a down day. You all know that? Not every day is going to be an unhappy day. But not every day is going to be an up day either. And not every day is going to be a sad day or a happy day. Nothing is permanent. Everything is temporary for a time. Everything is for a time. Do you believe that? Tell the person next to you, everything is for a time. Tell them. Everything is for a time. And so, seeing the Brahmana distributing the milk, they were convinced that he was a chor. Chor means a thief. They were convinced that he was a thief. Do you like being called a thief? Have you ever been called a thief before? Nobody called you a thief before? We live in Trinidad. They call us all kinds of names. Sometimes they make up a name and call you too. And so he was considered to be a thief. They immediately tugged him off the chariot. And tugging him off the chariot, looking at the old Brahmana, They begin to have a conversation with him. What are they saying? Listen. Moria re, Papa Moria re. Sing with me, everybody.
Moria re, Papa Moria re.
Oh Moria re, Papa Moria re.
Moria re, Papa Moria re.
Oh Moria, Moria, Moria re.
Moria, Moria, Moria re.
Oh Moria, Moria, Moria re.
Moria, Moria, Moria re.
Oh Moria re, Papa Moria re.
Moria re, Papa Moria re.
Oh Moria re, Baba Moria re.
Moria re, Papa Moria re.
इसलिए का पूजन करने, भगवान गणपति की स्मरण शवार करने, ब्राह्मण को चोर नहीं करने, देखो और ग्राम की दूर साटे साटे का, देखो और परिवार का जिसमें का अश्वा निर्दन करने. The Brahmana says, why did you talk me off so disrespectfully? Has somebody ever spoken to you disrespectfully? Let me change that. It's a more relatable question. Have you ever spoken to somebody disrespectfully before? Shake your head. We all guilty, huh? Sometimes we disrespect the wrong people, isn't it? Sometimes we talk rough and rugged to the wrong people. And it's only human. It is only human to talk and then think. That's how we operate. We listen to react. We don't listen to think and process. We listen to react. And after we would have reacted, then the process of thinking comes into play, and then you have to apologize for your reaction. For your foolish reaction. Most of the times. They looked at the Brahmana and they addressed him. They called him Chor. He says, "Main chor nahi. I am no thief. I have stolen nothing." And they're asking, "Where did you get all of this milk to give?" And he says, "I went to the gram." Gram means the entire village. I went to the gram, to the entire village. And so I went house to house, darwaza, to the doors of every home. And I begged. And I accumulated all of this milk because I wanted to give in Dan. He was begging, but not for him. Not for himself. He was begging and not for himself. Ask the people closest to me. Ask them and they will tell you. Ask Dave and Munilal and Nadira. And ask them. I am begging, but never will I beg for something for me. I am begging to help somebody else. Help them now. I need some ply. I need some galvanized. I need some board. I need some nail. I need something. Help me now. You're helping me. But you're not helping me, Together we are helping somebody else. But help me now. Please help. I call Uncle Harry and Carol. I say, "Carol, you know how to make Persad? I need 5 pounds of Persad make urgently." I call up Shobha and I say, "I need some chana." And I call the next one and I say, "I need some pumpkin." And I call the next one and I say, and they say, "What do you need it for?" I said, "You can't say no, eh? What do you need it for?" "I need it for Christmas Day." Persad, Christmas Day. I say, "And not only that, I need you on Christmas Day to not only cook it, I need you to go with me. We're going." They say, "Where are we going?" I say, "We're going to a bandara." They say, "Bandara? Christmas Day?" Ask them, they'll tell you. I dragged all of them to the bandara. They didn't just go, It was really Merry Christmas. They carried Persad, Kalsa, Pinda, everything. And we sat down and we did the entire Shrad Christmas morning. But you see, I didn't demand or command. I begged. I said, "Please help." This is a situation that needs help. Can you help? And together, it was accomplished. Anything we do together will become successful. Do you know that? I want you to tell the person next to you, we need each other. Tell the person next to you. Tell them, the task becomes easy with help. Tell them. The task becomes easy with help. Don't want to take on the whole world by yourself. That's why we have each other. To support each other. Not to take advantage of anybody or anything, but to help each other, to add value to each other's life. It's the first Ganesh Utsav I deprived Uncle Harry from making the Persad. You know why? Because he just had a major medical surgery. They say, you don't call me, I am not calling you. Because you see, when the time came and he could have done it, he did it. But now there is understanding, and I have the understanding that he is not the same that he was 10 years ago. He's a little bit older and with a new valve, but still not able to do what he wants to do. And if something happens to him, it happens to me. And if something happens to any member of the group, it happens to me. I share that pain. Because you know only too well, when you're laughing and celebrating and partying and you invite me, I mightn't show up. But the minute you have trouble, I'm the first one in front of your door. And you know that. Everybody in the group knows that. The Brahmana says, I did not thief, I begged. And so, because I begged, now I have plenty to give. And I'm giving. They say, then where are our cows? And he said, well, I don't know. They're your cows. How will I know where your cows are? And so the Brahmana, he gives a suggestion. You could only suggest, you can't force. You could only guide, but you can't force. You could only instruct, but you can't force. You could take the horse to the well, but you can't force the horse to. And so the Brahmana, he is giving an advice. What is he saying? Listen to what he's saying. Om Gam Ganapataye Namah Moria Re Bappa Moria Re
Moria Re Papa Moria Re
O Moria Re Bappa Moria Re
Moria Re Papa Moria Re
O Moria 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 Re
Moria 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 Re
O Moria 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 Re
Moria 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 Re.
I want you to do me a favor. Look at the person next to you and say, hey, sing now. Tell them. Look at the person next to you, say, hey, clap now. Tell them for me. Moria, Moria, Moria Re.
Moria 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 Re
Oh, Moria, Moria, Moria Re.
Moria 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 Re
Moria Re, Bappa Moria Re.
Moria Re Papa Moria Re
Oh, Moria Re, Bappa Moria Re.
Moria Re Papa
Sing with me, everybody.
Moria Re
Moria, Moria, Moria Re.
Moria 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 Re
Oh, Moria, Moria, Moria Re.
Moria 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 Re
Oh, Moria Re, Bappa Moria Re.
Moria Re Papa Moria Re
Oh, Moria Re, Bappa Moria Re.
Moria Re Papa Moria Re
जब मुहूर्त का मंगल करने वाले, सुख करता दुख हरता, देही वापस करने वाले, देखो और भगवान की गणपति की प्रार्थना करने, देखो और वास्तु का कुछ करने गए करने, देखो और मीरा कर दे फिर कभी का चोर नहीं है। मोरिया 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 रे,
मोरिया 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 रे,
ओ मोरिया 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 रे,
मोरिया 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 रे,
ओ मोरिया रे बापा मोरिया रे,
मोरिया रे बाबा मोरिया रे,
ओ मोरिया रे बापा मोरिया रे।
मोरिया रे बाबा मोरिया रे।
The Brahmana says, you seem to have a problem. You have lost your cows, you seem to have a problem. Is a problem a blessing or an obstacle? He's asking them. Tonight I'm asking you, is a problem a blessing or an obstacle? Think ordinarily. Don't think because you're in the temple in front of Lord Ganesh. Think ordinarily. Is a problem a blessing or an obstacle? Is a problem a blessing or an obstacle? Obstacle, isn't it? The Brahmana says you have an obstacle in your pathway. And look who you have in your pathway as well, Lord Ganesh. So why are you telling me about your obstacle when you could tell the remover of all obstacles himself, for yourself, by yourself? Why are you telling me? Tonight I want to tell you, sometimes we tell the wrong people our problem. We take our problems to the wrong place. When we should be taking our problem to Bhagwan, we take our problem to everybody else. And sometimes we allow our problems to be a trump card. You know? Anybody tell you anything or anybody, you say you're only talking to me because you know I have a problem, so you're talking down to me. It's not that. It's never that. It might never be that. It might be sometimes you are the source of your own problem. Because you see, change has to happen. But before physical change has to happen, mental change has to happen. And if change didn't happen mentally, then it can't be successful physically or emotionally. Change has to happen mentally first. Success begins here with a thought, in the mind. Happiness begins here in the mind. You ever had a happy thought before? Huh? You're going to some function and you're going there and you say, you know what, I'm going there to have a good time. Have you ever said that before? Sometime you're going to say, I'm going there to make trouble and behave miserable. Have you ever said that? We are Trinidadians. We say, I'm going just to see, I want to see. All you never say that? Don't lie in the yagya. Talk the truth. Be truthful. When I listened to DJ Nav talk about the ladies in their grey, I wanted to come and see. And then when I saw Carol shining from head to toe, I said, the man was right. Disco dunya. Shingaling gading. And he described it was a wedding. And his description was the truth. You see, he's lifting his thumbs because I'm telling you the truth. It says, the Brahmana is giving an advice. He says, you have an obstacle in your pathway and you have to remove our obstacles. Why are you wasting your time to tell me? Tonight I want to tell you, don't waste your time dwelling on your problem. Spend your time trying to find a solution. But in order for a solution to come into form or to play, you have to put God first. He has to be an ingredient. And anytime God is not an ingredient in your life, you're doomed. Trouble upon trouble upon trouble upon trouble. Everything will be trouble. You too is trouble. I don't know about you. When I recognize your trouble, I run far, I disappear. Whoosh. Change has to begin, and it begins with you. You must be the change. Tonight I want to tell you, the Brahmana says, you have an obstacle, but you're telling the wrong person. As the procession continues, what will happen? They join into the procession, and though they have trouble, they're praying. You see, when the happy moments come, you pray. But when the unhappy and trying, turbulent time comes in life, you really pray. Then is when you really pray. Other than that, you just pray. You go to sleep, you drop on the bed, and you begin to snore. But the night you have problem, you light a diya and smoke out the house with agarbatti, and you mop out the house with salt and 225 cents and some shilling oil. You uncture yourself with a pound of salt, and you flush it down the sink, and you're singing Jai Hanuman, and you're not only singing, you're clapping Jai Hanuman. The day you have no problem and Hanuman Chalisa singing, you know what happened? You put your two hands on your cell phone. This thing boring. I wonder if they make karhi. You send in a WhatsApp. It is important for problems to come. It is God's way of waking you up. You see, when sickness happens, sickness is not happening to the person who is affected by sickness, It is a lesson for all of those around. And you see, she sneezed at that time. It is a lesson for those around to remind you that sickness came to them. Wake up, shake up, take stock of your life. Because it happened to them, and it could happen to me. They follow the procession. And as they follow the procession, something happens. Moria re, Papa Moria re.
Moria re, Papa Moria re.
Oh Moria, Moria, Moria re.
Moria, Moria, Moria re.
Oh Moria, Moria, Moria re.
Moria, Moria, Moria re.
Oh Moria re, Papa Moria re. Papa Moria re.
Moria re, Papa Moria re.
जब मूरत का करने उन्होंने का अपने का प्रार्थना व्यापस करने, देखो और भगवान गणपति का शरूर दिया करने, देखो और कुश का गर करने, जिसमें का महिमा को पीर कभी का चोर नहीं है, देखो और अपने का पूर्वक का भगवान गणपति की पूजन करने, देखो और हमेशा का रक्षा करने, हमेशा का रक्षा करने। मोरिया 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 रे।
मोरिया 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 रे।
ओ मोरिया 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 रे।
मोरिया 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 रे।
मोरिया रे पापा मोरिया रे।
मोरिया रे पापा मोरिया रे।
ओ मोरिया रे पापा मोरिया रे।
मोरिया रे पापा मोरिया रे।
It says, they followed the procession. They prayed to the Murti. The Murti was submerged. And as they came back home, still unhappy, one by one the cows started to march in. One by one. And as the cows came back on their own, they made a vow. The vow was that any being who comes at their door, they will never send them back empty-handed. They will give whatever little they can. And they made a vow to pray to Lord Ganesh, the remover of all obstacles. Tonight I want to tell you, you must never bargain with God. But tell God, I want you to be a part of my life. I want you to lead and to guide me onto the right pathway, the righteous pathway. Help me to become humble and simple and sincere and God-fearing. Help me. Help me so that I could help those around me. pray that prayer. They vowed to worship Lord Ganesh. You see the problem, the situation, the trial, the sickness, the distress is geared at doing exactly what the Katha is saying. Leave them alone and they will come. It is God's way of saying, come home. Come home to that place where you will find peacefulness, bliss, happiness. Come to that place. You ever hear the proverb? Leave them alone and they will come home, wagging their tails. It's God's way of teaching you. He's leaving you alone, hoping that you will come home, not wagging your tail, but bowing in humility. Gajanan Swami ki jai. Moria, Moria, Moria re.
Moria, Moria, Moria re.
Oh Moria, Moria, Moria re.
Moria, Moria, Moria re.
Oh Moria re, Bappa Moria re.
Moria re, Bappa Moria re.
Oh Moria re, Bappa Moria re.
Moria re, Bappa Moria re.
Oh Moria, Moria, Moria re.
Moria, Moria, Moria re.
Oh Moria, Moria, Moria re.
Moria, Moria, Moria re.
Oh Moria re, Bappa Moria re.
Moria re, Bappa Moria re.
Oh Moria re, Bappa Moria re.
Moria re, Bappa Moria re.
Ganesh Sharanam Sharanam Ganesha.
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 Ganesh Sharanam Sharanam Ganesha. Sharanam Sharanam Ganesha.
Ganesh Sharanam Sharanam Ganesha.
Ganesh Sharanam Sharanam Ganesha.
Ganesh Sharanam Sharanam Ganesha.
Shri Ram Sharanam Sharanam Shri Rama.
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 Ganesh Sharanam Sharanam Ganesha.
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 Sri Durga Sharanam Sharanam Sri Durga.
Shri Durga Sharanam Sharanam Shri Durga.
Sri Durga Sharanam Sharanam Sri Durga.
Shri Durga Sharanam Sharanam Shri Durga.
Sri Durga Sharanam Sharanam Sri Durga. Shri Lakshmi Sharanam Sharanam Shri Lakshmi Shri Lakshmi Sharanam Sharanam Shri Lakshmi Ganesh Sharanam Sharanam Ganesha 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 Ganesh Sharanam Sharanam Ganesha
Jai Ganesha, Jai Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha Shivananda.
Jai Ganesha Jai Jai Ganesha Jai Ganesha Shivananda
Jai Ganesha, Jai Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha Shivananda.
Jai Ganesha Jai Jai Ganesha Jai Ganesha Shivananda
Gauri Putra Vigna Harta.
Gauri Putra Vigna Harta
Gauri Putra Vigna Harta.
Gauri Putra Vigna Harta
Dukh Karta Jai Dukh Harta.
Sukh Karta Jai Dukh Harta
Sukh Karta Jai Dukh Harta.
Sukh Karta Jai Dukh Harta
Jai Ganesha, Jai Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha Shivananda.
Jai Ganesha Jai Jai Ganesha Jai Ganesha Shivananda
Jai Ganesha, Jai Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha Shivananda.
Jai Ganesha Jai Jai Ganesha Jai Ganesha Shivananda
Tonight, I need your help. I want you to turn to the person next to you and ask them, what is the purpose of life? Turn to the person next to you and ask them, what is the purpose of life? Tell them, the purpose is to be happy. Tell them. Life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. It's either you get busy living because you're surely dying. Have you given thought? We're dying slowly, but surely. You only live once. But if you do it right, once is enough. Many of life's failures are people who did not realize how close they were to success just before they gave up. Whether how rough, how tough, and how trying life becomes, never give up. Tell the person next to you, never give up. Tell them. I want to tell you with conviction from my heart, never allow the thought of being striked out prevent you from playing. Where there is disappointment and failure, success and growth is awaiting you. It is not because God doesn't like you. It's God saying, I have a better plan for you. I want to tell you, money and success doesn't change people, but it just amplifies what is already in them. And you could have plenty money, And you could have plenty education and success, but you could still wear the helmet of humility because this is what you have in you. You could still wear the helmet of love because this is what you have in you. But anytime you see something else, no, that is already what they had in them. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living somebody else's life. We don't know how long we'll be here for, so enjoy every moment as though it is your. Tell the person next to you, time running out. Tell them. If life was predictable, life wouldn't have any flavor. It would not be enjoyable. So that's why you see, Samantha, everybody can't be happy that you could take up your phone and put on a light from a distance and shine. Because your shine aggravates those who are in darkness. Because some people just like darkness and will forever remain in darkness. We can't change the world. But sometimes the world tries to change us. But the Katha says, put God first, walk behind, and life becomes smooth sailing. The whole secret to success is knowing that I will fail, but I will get up. And when I get up, I don't stand up as a failure. I stand up with experience. And in order to be able to tell, to write, to speak, and to discuss anything in pertinence to life, we have to learn to live it. Food for thought tonight. Think about that. Let us all put our hands together and look at the murtis of Lord Ganesh. And tonight you talk to Lord Ganesh. Talk to him. He's listening to you. Om Vighaneshwaraya Varidaya Surapraya Lambodharaya Sakalaya Jagathitaya Naga Srutikya Vibhushitaya Gauri Sutaya Gananath Namo Namaste. Tonight, if there is something to say thank you for, say thank you. Tonight, if there is something to cry for, you cry. Tonight, if there is a petition that you wish to offer, you offer it. Tonight, if there is sickness, we pray, bring health and healing. Tonight we pray where there is a void, O Lord Ganesh, bring fulfillment. Where there is hunger, bring food. Where there is nakedness, bring clothing. Where there is instability, bring a peace of mind. And O Lord Ganesh, as your murtis will be submerged tomorrow morning, we ask and we beg with hope and conviction, knowing that you would listen to our prayer. Om Gam Ganapataye Namah. Om Gam Ganapataye Namah. Om Gam Ganapataye Namah. Gajanun Swami Ki Jai. Turn to the person next to you and tell them, may Lord Ganesh bless you. Tell them. Tonight, let us all stand as we prepare for closing Aarti. Sukkarta Dukharta Mata Vignashi. Mata Vignashi. Purve Purve Man Kaman Kuti. Jai Dev Jai Dev. Jai Dev Jai Dev. Jai Dev Jai Mangal Murti. Sri Mangal Murti. દર્શન માટે મને કામન કુટે જય દેવ જય દેવ
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 विघ्नेश्वर जय 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 लंबोदर जय 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 गणनायक जय सुखदायक जय जय गणेश जय जय
विघ्नेश्वर जय 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 लंबोदर जय 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 गणनायक जय सुखदायक जय जय गणेश जय जय
वक्रतुंडा महाकाया सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देवा सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश
एकादन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ती प्रचोदयात् तन्नो देवा प्रचोदयात्
विघ्नेश्वर जय 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 लंबोदर जय 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 गणनायक जय सुखदायक जय जय गणेश जय जय
गजाननं भूतगणादिसेवितं कपिस्तजम्बूफलसारभक्षुतं उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारकं नमामि विघ्नेश्वरपङ्कजम् एकादन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ती प्रचोदयात् तन्नो देवा प्रचोदयात्
विघ्नेश्वर जय 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 लंबोदर जय 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 गणनायक जय सुखदायक जय जय गणेश जय जय
श्रद्धा से करते नमन गौरी पुत्र गणेश भक्ति और कीर्तन करे लीजिए प्रभु आरे
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश
एकादन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्र प्रचोदयात् तन्नो रुद्र प्रचोदयात्
विघ्नेश्वर जय 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 लंबोदर जय 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 गणनायक जय सुखदायक जय जय गणेश जय जय
गणपति बाबा जय 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 गणपति बाबा
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 गणपति बाबा जय 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 गणपति बाबा गणपति बाबा जय 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 गणपति बाबा
गणपति बाबा जय 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 गणपति बाबा
त्वमेव माता सविता त्वमेव बन्धो शशिका त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृति स्वभावं करोमि यत् सकलं तरस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि अच्युतं केशवं रामनारायणं कृष्णदामोदरं वासुदेवं हरि श्रीधरं माधवं गोपिका वल्लभं जानकी नायकं रामचन्द्र भजे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे
हरे राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे
हरे राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे
हरे राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे
मोरिया रे बाबा मोरिया रे
मोरिया रे बाबा मोरिया रे
ओ मोरिया रे बाबा मोरिया रे
मोरिया
गणपति बाप्पा
मोरिया रे
मंगलमूर्ति गणपति बाप्पा मंगलमूर्ति सत्य सनातन धर्म की सत्य सनातन धर्म की सत्य सनातन धर्म की गणेश उत्सव फाउंडेशन की मोरिया रे बाप्पा मोरिया रे 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 ओ मोरिया रे बाप्पा मोरिया रे प्रार्थना सुन लो हमार प्रभु प्रेम से करत पुकार प्रभु प्रेम से करत पुकार प्रभु प्रेम से करत पुकार प्रभु प्रार्थना सुन लो हमार प्रभु प्रेम से करत पुकार प्रभु प्रेम से करत पुकार प्रभु प्रेम से करत पुकार प्रभु listen to my prayer oh Lord Ganesh I am singing praises to you with love I am singing praises to you with love I am singing praises to you with love प्रार्थना सुन लो हमार प्रभु प्रेम से करत पुकार प्रभु प्रेम से करत पुकार प्रभु प्रेम से करत पुकार प्रभु listen to my prayer oh Lord Ganesh I am singing praises to you with love I am singing praises to you with love I am singing praises to you with love शिव हरे शिव राम सखे प्रभु त्रिविदिता पनिवार नहीं विभु आज जनीश्वर यादव पाहि मां प्रतिदिनं कुशलं जय मंगलम प्रतिदिनं कुशलं जय मंगलम द्यो शांति अंतरिक्षं शांति पृथ्वी शांति ओषधे शांति सनातन धर्म की सत्य सनातन धर्म की शांति tell each other Lord Ganesh bless you Seetahal Seetahal Swami ki jai. Let us all be seated. At this time, I'm going to invite to the microphone Sri Anand Ramlugan to give his blessings in whichever way he chooses to. And as he's coming to the microphone to give his blessings, I want to remind you, tomorrow morning, our murtis will be submerged. Puja begins at 8:30 in the morning. Our murtis will be submerged tomorrow morning. After the murtis would have been submerged, we come back here tomorrow night for the first of 6 evenings of glorifications to Bhagavan Vishnu as we listen to the verses of the Garud Mahapuran. And so, Scripture has declared that worship to the Pitras is even greater than worship to the Devatas. So come and join with us as we pray, asking Bhagavan that wherever the souls of our Pitras are, may the souls of the Pitras be blessed. Gajanan Swami ki jai.
Sitaram Panditji and to everyone. It's always an honor to be in the presence of Panditji and to just feel the powerful vibrations that, pervades the atmosphere. Sitting there, I was remarking to myself, I don't think I've ever heard a Pandit blow a sunk for as long as you do. And that is something it shows that you have good lungs, it shows that you have good capacity. And also, the minute you stop blowing it, you segue immediately back into singing, and that is pretty amazing. We are all blessed to be here. This is a very auspicious time, and may the blessings of Lord Ganesh be with everyone. As Baba said tonight, he is the remover of obstacles, but obstacles and problems are an essential part of success and happiness, because you cannot appreciate the success and joy without the sadness, the pain and sorrow that comes in life. So tonight, that was a very powerful message for me, and I leave it with you all to pray to Lord Ganesh to give you the wisdom, to give you the courage and the knowledge to overcome those obstacles that you may face in your life. And as that Murti is submerged tomorrow, may all your problems be submerged with it. Jai Ganeshaya Namah.
You're viewing a live broadcast of Ganesh Utsav celebrations led by Pundit Sunil Seetahal Maharaj. We are 103.1 FM. Pleased to bring to you this broadcast in collaboration with Persad, the Food King and Bright Idea stores nationwide, The Little Store Limited, Chatak Foods Limited and Classic Tiles Ltd.